Wealth, fame, power.
What's going on, guys? Kivox here, and I'm not really sure the format that I want to do for this video, but we're going to be talking about the new One Piece trailer, and I'm super excited about it. I think it looks really good, but I've been, like, as soon as I heard about the fact that Netflix was making a One Piece show, I started looking into it, and it's been like years since like the very first thing I've heard about it. But the creator of the show, like the showrunner, I guess you can say, he seems to be like a huge One Piece fan, which I'm a One Piece fan. I wouldn't say I'm the biggest fan. I'm not caught up with everything. I just really like the show. I also watch it in English because I speak English and I don't speak Japanese, and I can't always keep up with the subtitles. Like, it's just that they go by too fast sometimes, and I just want to watch the pretty show. I'm one of those people. All right. So if you like the sub, then you like the sub. No big deal. We can still enjoy the show together. Speaking of which, I don't know if everyone knows about this, but I guess the Japanese, there's going to be a Japanese dub for it because it's technically an American show. But there's going to be a Japanese dub for the live action, and I believe the voice actors that do the original voices are doing, if not all, some of the voices for the show, which should satisfy a lot of the sub watchers of the anime, which is awesome. Like, I've never even thought about that, but like that should make you happy, right? Because you're gonna be able to hear all their voices in Japanese the way that I guess you want to, and then just read the subtitles. But people are hating on this show. Like, some people are finally excited about it now that the second trailer, the full trailer, the 3-minute and 7-second long trailer has finally come out. People are excited about it. I was excited about it during the last trailer. I was excited about it during the first like teaser that they showed of some of the ships that they were making and the cast, and I was just like, man, Luffy is perfect. I honestly think he's a great live action version of Luffy, where he's not just a one-to-one copy of like the cartoon character, right? He seems to have a little bit more of a Luffy is great. He's like one of my top favorite characters. I just love his personality and how like happy he is most of the time, but also how tough he is. He's great. He's fun. But when it comes to like a real life character that acts like that, he seems kind of like just like a dummy, which he's probably still going to be kind of dumb in this show. I think the actor they picked for him is great. He seems like his natural personality is just Luffy in some way. Like, he's excited, he's emotional, he's just like happy. It seems really, really good. This trailer, I think, like really nailed it. And it's weird because like when it comes to anime stuff, nobody is ever happy. Obviously, some people are. Right now, it's awesome. I'm so happy that people are happy for this show and they're excited about it. But I've heard so many complaints where people, if it's too anime, if it's a one-to-one, people complain. If it's not anime enough, why did they go in a different direction? Why didn't they just stick to the source material? The source material is so good. Just stick to it and everybody will be happy. Like, that's all you got to do. Just follow the script. And then the opposite side, people also complaining that it's too anime right now, that there's too much. Like, the gum powers look weird, and the sliding around on your knees on like when Zoro was sliding and doing some cool Rurouni Kenshin stuff. That's too much. But like, I don't think so. I think that that's what we need. We need that much anime in our shows. Like, take even like the Marvel movies, right? The Marvel movies have plenty, like, once they started embracing the comic bookiness of things, they started giving us like some actual superhuman abilities that people have. Like that's when it kicked off. I feel like when they finally stopped trying to be scared of, or stopped being scared of the comic bookness of it. Like people love it. And everybody that grew up with comic books are adults now, and people are still growing up with comic books. But I love that stuff. Like that's what I want. I want that hint of not realistic. I don't want it to be real. Like if I wanted it to be real, I'd freaking go watch some crappy World War II movie or something. Like that's not what I want. I want an anime show to feel somewhat anime-ish. Like don't just like make everything super boring and like, oh, he stretches, but he only stretches a little bit. That's like something that from the 90s, like the 90s superhero shows, like they would have done that then, where they would have probably just like, oh, he stretches, but he can only stretch this much. And it's just like, okay, that's weird. Sometimes a show is like hyper anime. And I think the biggest issue that they're going to have is the sizing of like the humans that are in the show, because some of them are just like gigantic in the anime. Even Arlong that made it into this trailer, like he's not technically human, but he's humanoid, but he's a lot more human in the trailer. Like I said at the beginning, I'm not really sure what direction this video is going to go. It may be a little bit extra long. It may be not that bad. You already know because you could just see the timeline at the bottom. But we're probably going to be watching this trailer and kind of going over the things that I like and the things that I don't love. Which, let me try to think of something I don't love. I don't think I really don't love anything. I'm also the type of person that's willing to give stuff like this a chance, because like I want it to do well. Like if you're a fan of One Piece, why wouldn't you want this to do well? Why? Because it's like your baby, your little show that needs to be only for you, even though it's one of the biggest animes in the world. We want it to do well. We want more people to get into anime, and maybe if they see this, they'll be like, oh, let's check out the real stuff. And then they watch it and they realize, I kind of like the show better because this is very anime, which I think, and here's the thing, ready? I don't think that Cowboy Bebop was as bad as everybody thinks it was. I think the story lacked, but I think that all of the acting, the sets, all of those parts of it were done well. It definitely didn't nail everything, but honestly, Cowboy Bebop is good, but it's not like a mainstream show, to be honest. Like, I don't think everyone would like the anime, so I don't think it was the right choice. I think this is definitely geared a little bit more toward like a teen show. I mean, it's a shonen show, so it's definitely, pretty much made for teen boys. That's kind of the market for shonen. So it looks really good. Let's start at the beginning, right? Let's get to the actual trailer.
Well, same.
So, I mean, this just looks good, right? This looks good. Most likely there's going to be some, I don't know if I should go into like some spoilers. I don't know all the spoilers, but I don't know if I should go into any of the spoilers for this. I mean, I'm assuming you're watching this. You probably already know something about One Piece. You probably know more than I know about One Piece, which, isn't really saying much, but I know that could be Dragon in that green cloak there. As soon as I saw this, I thought of it. But also him getting elevatored up, just nice, just looks so good. Also, I've seen people complaining about this where they're they were saying that, oh, this scene looks really good, but the rest of it looks terrible. I mean, this is straight up out of the intro of the book and the manga and the show. This is pretty much in like every episode, and it's just an epic scene. I think they did a nice job.
Power. I found everything this world has to offer. Free yourselves. Take to the seas. My treasure is yours to find.
Couple of things. I remember the original when this used to be on. Was it Fox? No. Was it Fox Box or was it on Kids WB? Well, it used to be on like Saturday morning cartoons, right? Like, remember when Saturday morning cartoons used to be a thing? I do, and that was great, but we don't have that anymore. But man, I remember him specifically saying, Roger specifically saying, I left everything I own in one piece.
Words he said.
My fortune is yours for the taking, but you'll have to find it first. I left everything I own in one piece.
And when I heard that, even though that's not the actual line, that's not what like the new dub has in it, and that's not what the original is. When I heard that, I was just like, oh my God, that's so clever. And then when I started rewatching it and it was the new dub, I was like, wait, why did they change it? That makes no sense. I actually really liked that original thing, even though it wasn't the actual correct thing. Also, that was back when Sanji used to have a lollipop instead of a cigarette, which I'm sure everybody knows about that. But that was like, I always thought it was weird that he ate a lollipop all the time. And it was just like, he was holding it like a cigarette. It was super weird. We don't get a lot of Usopp either in this. And he goes like, in like one scene. And that's all we get from him. I really want to see him be Usoppy, you know? Like, I want to see it. It's going to be good, man. Like, it honestly looks good. And the best part, like what people don't understand is that one, Oda is supposedly approving all of this stuff. So that's great. But if you don't know, that's like the original creator of the anime and the manga and everything, or I guess the manga. But the creator of the show, the guy that's in charge, he's a fan. He loves it. And like, there's so many little details that I think that we're going to be pleasantly surprised as fans. And then I don't think everybody that's going to watch it, hopefully it does well. I mean, hopefully it does well, you know? All right, let's go back there to Sanji.
Treasure is yours to find.
He just looks good, man. That hair, just like, I'm pretty sure it's a wig, but like, they nailed Sanji. Obviously, they don't have his eyebrows, but the eyebrows would look super weird anyway. It would just look like a joke. It seems like in this scene, he's like saying goodbye, you know, like he's just like, it was nice being here, you know? I don't know what that accent was, but he's British in this, which is also another thing. Like, they all have different accents for the most part. I mean, Zoro's kind of just like has an American accent, which I was very surprised because I thought the actor was going to be more Japanese. Obviously, he's Japanese, like 100% Japanese or whatever, but like I thought he was going to have a little bit more of an accent. I was very surprised when his English was like perfect. So that's I believe Luffy's grandpops. I watched somebody else talking about this and how he looks like he has like a cape on as opposed to their cloak or their coat. You know how like everybody in the show wears a coat and it just hangs on their shoulders. That's one thing, right? Everybody is very small compared to like One Piece gigantic size that everybody is. So that's a thing. But yeah, like even when they show Shanks later, like he's much smaller. He doesn't have the broad shoulders. And even Arlon, like he's skinnier, I guess. Like, and it would be weird. He does seem to be tall though, like taller than everyone else. So he may still have like a towering presence and still feel intimidating, but he doesn't have the muscle structure, I guess, like the upper body build. But I think that's going to be a big challenge for them is being able to really do that with all the all the giants that they have. Basically, everybody's a giant. Like every other character that they meet is a freaking giant. Besides the straw, even one of the Straw Hat crew, but that's later on. I mean, but he's pretty big too. You guys know who I'm talking about. Good laugh. Like you just, even though Roger in the anime and the manga is like he has like doesn't have that, you know, piratey teeth. I actually was surprised when I saw like how piratey his teeth are, and that's a term, piratey teeth. But because he just has a big, everybody has perfect teeth in One Piece. Maybe they're missing like a piece of a tooth or something, but everybody has white teeth. It just looks better, right? But he just looks so, he looks so good. Again, he could have been broader, but how do you really do that and not make it look like a cartoon, right?
So what do you say? Are you with me?
Honestly, I was very surprised at how good the CGI also looked because, you know, Netflix CGI, like for shows, is usually not that great. I feel like they really focused on certain things to make it look really good. Most likely, obviously, all this water in this boat are real on this, but the seagull or whatever, I forgot what they're called. They're the ones that deliver the mail and stuff and like the wanted posters. It looks really good. Like it looks good. The only thing that takes away and makes it look fake is the fact that it's wearing a little like bag and a hat and a little like chin strap. That's the only thing that makes it look weird.
Mutiny.
People are complaining about the mutiny thing, like the fact that he would say that, and it's just like, it's like you don't. Honestly, people just love to complain about everything. It's like either he's too anime or he's not anime enough. That's going to be the theme of this video, is me complaining about people complaining about everything. It's an adaptation of something. Remember that, guys. It's an adaptation of something. And if you want just a copy, a straight up copy, just watch the anime or read the manga. This is supposed to be like a different take on it. Like take Last of Us, for example. Last of Us, the game is, in my opinion, one of the best games of all time, and the story's great and it's fun. But if they just adapted it perfectly, like exactly 1-to-1, I would have been like, why should I even watch this? But they did a really good job of adapting the greatest moments and tell us its own story where everything makes sense together. I think that show's one of like the best shows of all time right now. I don't think this is going to be on par. I don't think people are going to love it as much because it's silly and, you know, it's an anime adaptation. So people are going to be like, oh, I'm too cool to watch anime. Like, I mean, it's being nerdy is becoming more and more cool now. So maybe it'll do well.
Why would anyone want to be a pirate?
So I'm assuming Luffy is in that barrel. I think I missed that the first time I watched it.
There is. Wind in your back. Salty seer. Loyal crew by your side.
So this, I noticed people talking about this before, but this is probably somewhat in the beginning because one, it's only the three of them there. I'm pretty sure it's only the three of them there, but I'm also pretty sure that this isn't the Going Merry. This is one of the like the little dinghy or something, because it's not the little one that Luffy starts with, but it's something smaller that they probably take it after meeting up with like Buggy or something. And also their outfits, Luffy's outfit is like his old outfit, like his child outfit. Is that a white shirt?
It's ready!
What is it?
Or Jolly Roger.
Man, that looks perfect. Like that Jolly Roger looks exactly, they just traced it out of the thing. It was just perfect. I don't know how somebody would draw that though and think that it looks good. So come on, Luffy. Come on, my dude.
We are the Straw Hat crew. We're heading up to the Grand Line.
You see here, like now we're on a bigger ship. We're on the Mary, and where's Usopp? Why do they hate Usopp in these trailers? Like, come on, like yeah, that's a tiny cannon too. That's like a little baby cannon. You got the oranges or the tangerines or what were they? I don't remember. Orange? No, they're not orange. They're like tangerines or something, right? Man, I'm showing. I watched those episodes like 1,000 years ago, so you know, don't judge me.
A treacherous stretch of ocean with bigger
Yep. Oh, okay, yeah. So this is the outfit that Luffy that they were all three of them were wearing on the small ship. So here's one thing that I thought looked kind of silly.
with bigger islands, bigger pirates.
So I obviously this is Mihawk, right? But I think that his like the finish on this prop looks too plasticky. I wish they made it a little bit more metallic-y, like just maybe a little bit more of a dry brush or something. They probably don't have a lot of close-ups of it. It probably looks fine from normal distance, but for this shot specifically, there you go. I got a problem. That's a nitpick, right? That's a little bit of a nitpick that I got. But I think for this shot, they should have made it a little, like they should have had either a different one or maybe just thought about it before they made the prop, because it does look a little plasticky. Yeah. He looks so good. And we all know what's going on in the back there. There's also another scene I missed before where it seems like Luffy was possibly fighting him.
That's where we're gonna find the One Piece.
Is it weird that I actually like Luffy's like Spanish accent that he has? Like I'm honestly like the actor I think just does a great job of like capturing that like hopefulness, that excitement, that the like Luffy-ness, you know, like he's really good. I can't wait till like there's some meat involved and he freaks out about the meat. And also now we're at this scene with Zoro in the well, like a frog in a well. I have a feeling this is gonna be like a metaphor for like just like him imagining this, or maybe when something happens to him and he's waking up from that. Again, I don't want to spoil too much because I mean, again, you guys probably already watched it, or you're just gonna forget this by that time. But yeah, he's like a toad or a frog in a well, and he can't get out. It's too challenging. He's not good enough. Kind of like that, right? Otherwise, why is he in a well? He could just jump out. Like, he's Zoro. Come on. He's like a superhuman. Zoro is literally like superhuman in the anime, and so is Sanji, to be honest. So they all are.
You've been making enemies everywhere we go.
So good.
Chop, chop, cannon!
All right, chop chop cannon, right? People are not freaking out. Again, people are complaining about, oh, it's so corny when it's supposed to be like it's not supposed to be a serious thing. It's supposed to be like a fun, silly, like it's just, if you think it's silly, it's like, take a step back, stop being so serious, and just enjoy it, you know? Just take it easy, just have fun, just a little bit. He looks so good too. I hope. No, I can't say that. That's a huge spoiler.
Luffy, they are hunting you.
So this scene was the one that I was talking about when he's fighting somebody with those sword fingers. Also, all of these outfits that they have are real outfits that are either in like a colored spread or on a cover or something, and it's so good. There's so many little details, and honestly, I love that the show's been on for so long that they can pull from all these different outfits, because it makes way more sense for a character in a show to change their clothes every once in a while. You know, like, you shouldn't be wearing the same thing all the time. So that's cool. Yeah, so good.
They are hunting you.
Guy, save your ass.
Well, I saved your ass.
Dude, when I okay, when I first saw that kick, that made me the most excited I've been for this whole show ever. It was great. I want more of that. Again, people are complaining about that, but I want, like, Rurouni Kenshin, if you guys watch the live action, it has like some awesome anime inspired fights that don't follow all the laws of physics, like when Zoro was just running on that wall, or was that Sanji? When whoever was just rewind it.
Yes. Well, I saved your ass.
Yes. Zoro was running on that wall and Sanji was fighting in the background. Yes. I mean, I could watch that all day. Like, I love how he just like springs. I love how he just like springs out of the side. Oh, wrong thing. Obviously he's on wires, right? But it's like, this is what you need for like a fun anime fight scene. I don't know if there's some comping here where they took like 2 images and, or like, you know, the footage of Sanji kicking and then they edited it in. Obviously he's not actually kicking that guy.
You'll have to excuse them. They're idiots.
By the way, that was the scene that I was talking about, like where Usopp gets that like, that's all he gets. That's his only line. We're about halfway through, or a little bit past halfway through. August 31st. God, that's so far away. Still got like we got more than a month to go. Are you serious? Come on. Come on, give us like give us like a first episode thing. Like, come on, Netflix, come on.
This cool.
Come on, like, look at that, guys. Like, it looks so good. Obviously, some of the backgrounds are CG, but you still get that, like, you get the feel, man. And that ship, those ships are real. They built them. They built the sets. Like, it's good. It's good. I hope this does well. You guys should definitely watch it. And maybe I'll do some more videos on it when it comes out, because, like, I mean, if it's good, if it's bad, then I'll talk about it too.
Our crew.
Again, all these outfits, that Nami's outfit here is right out of it too, right out of the comics.
Anything.
I'll do you the kindness of killing you all together.
All right, so Arlong here. People are complaining, and I get their complaint is like his whole size thing, right? But here's one thing I've noticed that nobody's talked about yet, at least nobody that I've seen. He looks tall. If you look at this door, right? This door opens right there where it's broken, and the height. Look at his height.
The kindness of
He kind of looks like he would hit his head on the top there, almost where he has to duck. It could just be the angles that they have for it. So, but he may be like on some stilts, or not stilts, but like some lifts in his shoes just to kind of crank him up a little bit. But it could also be clever camera work here to make him seem a little bit more menacing, a little bit taller than he is. It would have been nice to really have an actor, or even have like a muscle suit for him or something to make him look bigger. They could have definitely done that. I think people wouldn't have as many complaints. Also, they gave him, I don't think he has that under vest sash thing. Let me look this up. Let me look him up. He definitely doesn't. He just has the sun tattoo, and he's shirtless. I think that's the biggest complaint that they have about him. But maybe the actor wasn't, in peak physical form for this, and it would have looked weird. But they really wanted the actor to be Arlong. So Who knows? Well, I guess maybe someday we'll find out.
Killing you all together.
I don't know if I like his like whole killing you all together, like that whole like the way he's kind of. I don't know if it's the teeth, because
I'll do you the kindness of killing you all together.
it's almost like he's having trouble talking because he can't fully open. I don't know. I don't know what it is. The teeth maybe act like making him act a little weird. Usopp boy, I can't wait to get to really hear you be Usopp. I hope you're good. I think everybody else has proven themselves. I mean, not a lot of them haven't talked, but even that little bit of interaction between Zoro and Sanji, you get the like kind of like the brotherhood that they have, because they kind of like a love hate, like, you know, they do love each other, but they definitely also have the rivalry, and so I got that from those two small lines that they've had.
You're my captain.
They look great. Luffy's vest is kind of like thick though, isn't it? It's like, I thought it would have been like a thinner material.
Now, until the end.
That sword looks.
You're my captain. From now until the end.
The sword looks good, man. He definitely has some lifts in his shoes. Like, look at those shoes. Come on now. Yeah, he definitely has some lifts. I definitely think. There we go. Here's another nitpick. I definitely think that the biggest issue is his size. I think they could have gotten him a muscle suit, you know, put him in a muscle suit like they did with Shazam or whatever. I think it would have added to his scariness. And it's funny too, because they hit this, he hits the ground here, and then it makes it look like he did that, right? He made that happen. We all know what's happening here. Great scene. We all know where this is going, but like, it's just. I'm surprised they put this in, but I understand why they put this in, because they want us to be excited about it. They want people to not hate on this because they love it. The people that are making this love it, and they want to do it justice. They want to do it. At least that's what I get from it. So good. I really hope people enjoy this show.
I'm gonna kick your ass because no one messes with my friends.
He looks so good. Look at those eyes, guys. Look at those eyes. They look really good. I'm actually surprised. This is the first time I'm watching it like on a bigger screen, because I've only watched it like on my phone and stuff, and it looks good. His weird beard, like, it's just as good as it could be. Honestly, like, this is as good as it's gonna be. Again, they could have all been bigger except for the main crew. I think the main crew size is perfect, but like they could have all been. Because like all of these, it's almost like the NPCs, right? The non-main characters are always big. Like a lot of them are just so huge and jacked and like super wide with tiny legs. All right, hold on a sec.
With my friends.
His outfit looks good. Hey, he's shirtless. All right, at least we got one shirtless guy. This scene looks weird because it's just like, it doesn't make sense where they're going to hit. Oof. But it's probably going to be one of those things that like where it cuts away like it's about to, and then we'll see what the end result is after. Obviously, Zoro's going to win, right? And honestly, man, like, he kind of looks like one of the eels from what is it called? The Little Mermaid. At least the original Little Mermaid, the one that I watched growing up, but I haven't watched the new one. But it looks like an eel, basically. He looks really good though. Like the texture on the skin is really good. The lighting is huge. Oh, another complaint that people had. They were saying that, oh, there's too many scenes in the dark in this, but it's like, there will be scenes in the dark, and there also will be scenes during the day. That's how a day works. Like there's day and night, so we can't have every scene during the day. Also, it makes it a little bit easier on the CG to make it at night. makes it a little bit more believable. Obviously, this is during the day, and I think it looks great. I think that the worst thing about it is that a creature like this does not exist. So our brains are like, that's fake. That looks wrong. But like, look at it. Looks pretty good, man. Looks pretty good to me. It's pretty good to me. And like this, people are complaining again, like it's wire work, sure. And I think you can actually see where his jacket is actually right here is probably where the pivot is for this rotation. And it's probably getting caught, you know, that's why the jacket's kind of getting caught right there. My guess. Oh no, it's not. That was a bag. He has a bag over his shoulder. Okay. That doesn't look as bad then. Honestly, I think this looks good. For what it is, this is how it's supposed to look, man. I don't see it really looking any better unless they really threw a bunch of money into it. I think the big thing with anime fights is and translating it is making the way, like I think anime is the best at making things feel heavy, right? Making things feel like this punch is weighty. And honestly, like this move isn't really like, it's powerful, right? But against somebody like Arlong, it's not gonna kill him. It's not gonna like completely defeat him. It's just gonna be like he's gonna get tossed out and then be like, haha, is that all you got? You know, very anime like. It's just one of those things. It hits hard, but he's a tough guy, so he's just gonna go flying and then stand right back up.
What's so special about you?
Yeah. So the other big complaint that people have is Shanks. I think that the actor that plays him is a good looking guy. I just think that finger guns scene, like the shape of his, or the angle, that's not the shape of his face, the angle that they got his face makes him look kind of weird and like older. I think he looks fine here. Again, he has a cape as opposed to a jacket. Yeah, that looks like a cape. It doesn't have any arms. So it definitely seems like they're going the cape route for the jackets that they wear like capes in the anime, which makes sense. It's just, you know, it's an adaptation. Also, like the outfits, man, they're just like right out of the anime. It's so good. I don't know if that's the same hat that Luffy has later on. Definitely doesn't look like possibly the same hat, because I feel like now it's bigger. I think that they should, if it is the same hat, then I'm wrong. Sorry. But I feel like if it's not, they should have, I mean, I guess they should. It looks weird on Shanks. Yeah.
I'm Monkey D. Luffy.
This looks good. Look at that stretch. Oh, Zoro's gonna duck. What the hell? Is that a shark? Oh, that's at the top of the thing. Okay. Nice. Is this the axe? Battle axe?
And I'm gonna be king of the pirates.
Yeah, boy.
I didn't know there were.
All right, so there's like other videos that you guys may want to go check out to like break down all of these things. The main one that I see is Foxy, and I honestly never liked Foxy. Every time he shows up in the show, I'm like, oh no, I don't want to deal with this. Like I hated his arc, the first arc with the Davy Back Games or whatever it was called. Oh man, I was like, God damn it, when is this gonna end? It was just like a drag. But it's he looks exactly like he does in the thing. I'm glad that they covered up part of his face, so we can't really tell like who it is. Maybe I don't know who the actor is gonna be, if they ever even show up.
So many pirates.
I think Kobe, right? I think Kobe looks pretty good. The actor was in what was it called? the Evil Dead, the new Evil Dead Rises or something. It was a pretty good movie, by the way. You guys, it's all right. It wasn't anything great, but if you like Evil Dead horror movies and stuff, it's pretty good. Man, Luffy looks so good. I can't wait for the show. It's just I'm actually excited about a Netflix show. You know, like I was initially for Witcher, and then they ruined it. But this is like finally like it's just I've been literally waiting for this for like years now. It's just like, and hopefully if this does well and they do a good job, we'll get like other adaptations of some things. I don't think they'll ever stop.
I know, right?
And there's some deep cuts here, some that I don't know fully about. I know who that is, but yeah, I'm wondering if they're gonna have the same actors. Like if these characters do actually show up eventually, if they're gonna have the same characters or the same actors playing these characters. Oh man, I would love to see, like they did for when they released the initial cast and they had the wanted posters for all the cast. I would love to see like Sanji's. Like it's gonna be so good when they do that. Oh man, there's so many good things in One Piece. There's some bad things too, but most of it's great, and it's just so fun.
Where's my face?
August 31st, guys. Mark the date. This video is going on too long. I'm excited for this season. I think this season has enough groundedness in it, and it has enough things that will work. And I'm very hopeful, and I'm confident, and I hope it's great. I think that the next season is going to be the scary part because there's a lot more devil fruit stuff. I feel like possibly in the next season, and there's also Chopper. I think Chopper is going to be the challenging thing. Personally, I don't want him to look like a little Chopper. If they do that, I would prefer for them to get like a kid actor, like a young actor to play Chopper when he's in that small form. And then maybe they can have just different actors for each form of Chopper. I think that's the best way to do it. Right? Like just have a kid with some prosthetics, maybe, kind of how they did with that show on Netflix. What's it called? The one that's Sweet Tooth. Basically, that's Chopper, you know, like, but maybe a younger, or even doesn't even have to be that like small, right? Like there's no way they could get like somebody that small because literally Chopper's like what, like this big, to do that, but. I don't think they have to. I think they could get a kid like Sweet Tooth. I've never watched the show, but I'm looking at some pictures of the thing, and basically this is Chopper. Yeah, this is just put a hat on him. Just put a hat on him, and you got Chopper. You know, like I feel like that's the best. That looks so good. Like legit antlers, ears. Perfect. Like just put his hat on, and like that's what they need to do. I don't think that they should, and maybe make his nose a little bit more deer-y. I think that's what they need to do. I really hope they don't go like the CG route and try to push it, and it'll be so expensive then they'll barely be able to show Chopper. And yeah, I don't know, guys. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. Sorry if this went on too long. Let me know if you guys liked the format and me just hanging out and talking to you guys. I would like to do more videos like this if you guys enjoyed just having me talk and complain about complainers. And I complain a lot too about other things, but I feel like this show does not deserve it yet. We'll see on August 31st. I almost want to take that day off of work. What day is it? What day of the month is that? 31st. Oh, it's a Thursday? Are you kidding me? Come on. I can't take that day off. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a comment down below. Let me know if you guys are excited about this. And if you stayed tuned this far, you don't have to do anything. Just, you know, I mean, like the video if you liked it. Leave a comment if you want. And I'll see you guys in the next video, maybe, possibly, hopefully. And okay, bye bye.